Oh, now it's going. That would have been bad. Wow. Me just babbling on and on for however long this is going to take, and then to find out at the very end that I wasn't even recording from my good mic. No, thank you. Not tonight, Satan. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Sarah. I'm on a weight loss journey to lose 80 pounds, and I've already lost 20. I haven't been able to say that yet in a video, but that is so much fun. I love that for me. Yay. Tonight's video is something that is not strictly weight loss related, but it is very relevant and it has affected my weight loss and my weight gain for a very long time. And that would be my mental health. Last time I spoke about my mental health on camera, I was explaining how I felt like I was missing a spark in my life and that I had been missing it for a very long time. For example, I used to write a lot and I used to be naturally very passionate about it. And I realized that I still wrote, but I did it so that I didn't feel guilty about not writing. And I kind of realized that that was my motivation behind like everything I did, and everything that I did began to feel like a chore or began to feel like something I was committed to and fulfilling an old promise about. But there was nothing that really like excited me anymore. Even the things that I've historically been extremely passionate about. I really didn't notice that this was happening at first, but then once I figured it out, I was pretty worried and I didn't really understand what was going on or what has been going on, why I was feeling this way. So during my break, I tried to get back into writing, and I feel like I've been pretty successful at that. I've written a lot. I've gotten back into the routine of writing a little bit daily. I've also been reading a lot, and I've been feeling more inspired. But I think that the thing that has helped me the most during all of this time was a medication adjustment made by my psychiatrist. So in the past, when I have taken antidepressants, I had tried an SSRI, the type that specifically targets serotonin in the brain. And I ended up in inpatient psych treatment because of that med. So because of that experience with an SSRI, or that kind of antidepressant that targets serotonin, I have been terrified to take antidepressants ever since then, and instead I had been relying on an antipsychotic called Abilify. Now, a lot of antipsychotics get a really bad reputation for causing weight gain. Abilify is one that should not, in theory, cause all that much weight gain. It's like on the lower end of the spectrum of all the antipsychotics. Like there are ones that are really, really badly notorious for causing a lot of weight gain. Abilify shouldn't be like that. That being said, I think that I may have been a little bit of an exception to that because it does cause some weight gain, and all of these like statistics about how much it allegedly causes, all that research, it's like an average. They take the average of the people who have experienced some weight gain and the people who have experienced no weight gain and put it together. And that's where they get their number. I think that in my case, and from what I have looked up online in forums, I know I'm probably cherry picking a little bit here, but I'm just saying I'm not the only one who has experienced significant weight gain after or during being on an antipsychotic. And to clarify, I wouldn't like completely blame my antipsychotic for causing all of my weight gain. I know that I made some very, very, very bad choices during this time, and that being in a calorie surplus at the end of the day is what caused my weight gain, antipsychotic or not. But I don't think it helped. So anyways, I had been trying to get off of Abilify for the last few months because, actually not because of anything related to my weight, because I actually was losing weight. I lost about 20 pounds in the past 6 months. So I have been successful losing weight, even on Abilify. For reasons not related to my weight, but more related to my energy level, I have been desperately wanting to get off of Abilify. I don't remember it being this bad ever before, so I don't know if it's just because I've gotten older and now I'm just like having more side effects from that medication, but y'all, like my energy was so bad. Like normal adults need about 7 to 8 hours of sleep on average. I needed like 10 to 12, and that is a problem for someone who works overnights 12-hour shifts. I cannot explain the amount of exhaustion I was under from being on that medication. Because of my complaints about how much it was absolutely bodying me, my psychiatrist put me on an antidepressant, which I was extremely hesitant to take because of that history with an antidepressant in the past, putting me in the psych unit. I really wasn't comfortable with it at first, but I decided to give it a try. It was a low dose and it was a different type of antidepressant. Instead of targeting serotonin, it targets dopamine. So I started to take it, and holy crap, I felt like night and day difference, like totally better. And with my psychiatrist's blessing and guidance, I have been slowly, carefully tapering off of Abilify. I'm now down to 2 milligrams, so like nearly nothing. That's like the taper off dose. And I'm on Wellbutrin, which no shit, no joke, has changed my life. Like, I feel bad for my past self who was so afraid to try a different antidepressant, who didn't know about this other antidepressant. Like, I thought all antidepressants were the same thing. I genuinely was like, never give me an antidepressant ever again, because something bad is going to happen again if I do. I had no clue that there was like a difference in different type of antidepressants, and that some of them could give you really bad side effects, and then others could give you your life back. And that's where I'm at. I feel like I have energy again. I feel like I have a spark. I feel like I have a twinkle in my eye, a shine, a sunshine reaching my heart again because of Wellbutrin. My outlook on life in the past has been very grim, very negative, extremely pessimistic, and me wondering, like, being genuinely concerned for myself and how I could expect myself to get through the next decades of my life with how I was feeling. And the returning feelings of sadness, of extreme anxiety, extreme lows. I didn't know if I could do it. And not that I was feeling like I was actively going to do something, about it. I can't say the exact word because YouTube will get mad at me. I just didn't know how I was going to get through it in the long term. Like, it confuses me as to how I'm still here right now, if that makes any sense. I'm not going to call it a miracle, but I do think that it has been an extreme, I don't know what, luck, extreme, chances that I'm still here because of how low I've been before, and because of the nights that I've had where, I just didn't know if I was gonna make it through to the morning, essentially. And Wellbutrin has changed things for me, and it makes me feel like I have things to do. I have time yet to spend. I have accomplishments yet to achieve. It just makes everything bearable, is how I would word it. I think that what a lot of people get wrong about depression or depressive symptoms, mood disorder symptoms, whatever I have, a lot of people misunderstand that as just having a pessimistic outlook whenever you think about it. But I don't think they get that it's an always thing. It's an always feeling, an always low state. It's not a just when I think too much about my life kind of situation. At least it's not for me. And I don't mean to diminish anyone else's experience if that is how you experience your issues. I'll just speak for myself then and say, for me, it was a constant feeling, a constant low, a constant sadness or anxiety or stress. It was just always there. And it's impossible to turn off, because you wake up and it's there, and then you go to sleep and it's still there. Every waking moment, every thought, everything that I did, I was always accompanied by this low. And people don't understand how exhausting that is. And I don't wish it on anybody, obviously, but I'm just saying I think that if someone without mental health issues had them for a day, I think that they would be a lot more empathetic. And frankly, to someone who's never experienced it before, to then have that perspective, be able to walk in those shoes for a day, I don't think they would make it through. People sincerely underestimate how much courage and effort it takes to get through a mental illness, or not even get through, but like just to live with one, to like still show up and be expected to do the same exact things that everybody else has to do to survive in this world. And you have to do that on an extremely difficult mode because you also have a mental illness. Like, it's seriously no joke. Sorry if I'm just like preaching to the choir here, but I'm just saying, like, mental health, mental illness changes everything about what someone experiences day to day in their life. And I feel that Wellbutrin, this other antidepressant that I'm now on, is giving me back my life. It is relieving me of a lot of mental pain and burden. I don't know how many people know this. I did mention it in a vlog, but it didn't get that many views. So maybe this is news to some people, but like when I started YouTube, I was unemployed. I had quit my job because I was in such a dark place and I was missing enough work that because of their attendance policy, I was 100% convinced I was going to get fired. I wasn't to that point yet. Like, I wasn't even that deep into written warnings, but like I think I was on a second written warning, and you need like 3 and then a final and then you're fired. So I was like maybe halfway there. I just couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it anymore. Like, not only was I having issues at work with a coworker who was like basically harassing me daily, but even like getting ready to go to work, even at work, sometimes like before work and after work, like I was just crying. I was crying so much and like I couldn't stop. And I was like, I can't go in like this. Like, this is unprofessional. And even on my breaks at work, sometimes even at my desk, I was crying. But yeah, I literally quit my job because of mental health issues. But now I'm back at work. And although I'm not necessarily thrilled to work like a full-time gig again, I think a part of me will always fantasize about being able to quit, being able to pursue something creative, like if not YouTube, then writing. You know, that's probably going to be a forever fantasy for me, but at least now I can like hold a job and not feel so low, not feel that constant weight on me. I don't really know how to end this except to say thank you for listening and for caring. Yeah, that still surprises me that like people genuinely care to hear about how I'm doing, even though I don't know you. So thank you for that. If you haven't already, I say this at the end of every video, so I'll just say it now. But if you haven't already, please consider leaving a like on this video and clicking subscribe. Hopefully I have another video out soon-ish. That's not very promising, but I do have some stuff in the works. I do have plans. I'm plotting, you know, my mastermind plan. We'll see when that comes out, but thanks again. And I'll see you next time. Bye.